Well, hello, and welcome back to, you guessed it, the tower. So I'm going to let you guys know I have been kind of hangry these last couple streams. I am on a diet. I'm trying to lose weight, because clearly it is summer. And if there's one thing I don't do during the summer is go to the beach. But we're going to pretend that I am, okay? So I need to get my weight down, but it does make me angry. I don't understand why biology is like that. You're either angry or fat and happy, but that's how things go in life. But regardless, you know, I need to do better. However, hey, Sar, how you doing? Hey, Rocket Man, how you doing? However, oh, whoops, I put the, hold on, I got the wrong thing up. I didn't even do this correctly. Hold on a second. That also means we're going to start enforcing some rules, too, because I have been a little lax with the discipline, and now the discipline is going to start. So, I mean, if you try to intentionally antagonize me, we will start handing out timeouts. That's just going to be the way of the world, right? If that's what you want to do and antagonize me, then, you know, the hammer of enforcement is going to fall, because, you know, I know a lot of people think, like, everything is free speech, and I'm going to be like, look, I'm pretty okay with having a fairly wide set of topics that are discussed. But in the end, this is my stream, and I am the ultimate arbiter of what we talk about. And if you're going to just, you know, insult me indirectly, take stuff out of context, and do things like that, it's a free country for you to do that on your own YouTube channel. So, I honestly, I guess I was kind of naive, because I kind of always hoped I would never have to, like, drop the hammer down. And, well, the hammer is going to be dropped. But anyways, let's go back to happy things. I want to have a good stream today. I don't want to have to do this. I know it's on me, so don't think I'm, like, assuming it's, you know, always somebody else's fault. It's my fault. I'm going to get that in a second, so I have to do something. But I wanted to lay the ground rules down so we all understand. And that way, if you get the hammer, you can't sit there and feign ignorance, right? Like, the rules have been established. Game, match, and point. Okay, so now we need to finish things, because I actually forgot to do some stuff before I started, because I was kind of late. But that's okay, we'll start things up. I really wish Sapphire could tell the difference between a live stream and a not live stream. Because that would actually be really cool. That would actually save me some steps here. Alright, Discord notification is out. I know I have to add the channel here. Give me a second. The chat. And then I have to fix up the permissions too. I just really wanted to lay the ground rules down so nobody can say they didn't understand, or they didn't, you know, oh, you didn't tell me about the new rules. Too bad. And anything with speech has to have some level of moderation. Otherwise, all we're doing, it's like that guy that showed up and tried to get everybody's WhatsApp phone number. Technically, that's free speech, to ask people for, you know, their WhatsApp. But we're not going to tolerate that around here. Hey, Rubber, how you doing? Especially because that just sounded like a scam. Like, that was sounding like a really bad scam. Like, he was going to get you on WhatsApp, and then I don't know what he was going to do to you on WhatsApp, but it wasn't going to be nice. Oh, wait, whoops, that was, hold on, wrong settings, 1 second. Sorry, 1 second, I was in the wrong stream doing this. I'll explain in a second, sir, I'm sorry, that was the wrong one. Alright, sorry, wrong stream. So on my other live stream, the one that even though I hide it, I always set the settings on it in case somebody like somehow stumbles on it. So that you have to be a subscriber for 17 years, which is mathematically impossible. Okay, sorry about that. Can somebody please say something so I know it reversed? I'm sorry. Besides Sar, because Sar's a moderator, so he can just say whatever he wants. Like Rocket Man, Rubber, you guys. Can you guys still chat? Like, I didn't break it, did I? Like, I know, it's really rich of me asking you if you can say anything, because if you can't, which is what I'm worried about. Okay, hey Peter, how you doing? Okay, at least somebody who hasn't been here for 17 years can talk, so we're okay then. Sorry, I got a little... Yeah, okay. Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, I have 2 streams. I set the other stream up for that, just so that anybody that is, like, if anybody ever stumbled on it, they would hopefully understand it's the wrong stream. That was the reason I stopped publishing them, because I had somebody who, like, was watching it, and he's like, where's the commentary? It's like, dude... Yeah. Yeah, it was there at 17 years. Hey, that's, you know, if I've been a streamer for 18 years and I said it so only subscribers over 18 can chat, at least we know everybody's legal, right? That's probably a joke in poor taste, but I don't care. I think it's funny. It's like one of the things I know is I've had my Gmail account for so long is that's how I've passed the age verification. I've had my Gmail account literally for so long they know that I have to be over 18. Same thing with my Amazon account. Like my Amazon account is so old, I think my Amazon account is going to college right now. Majoring in business. Because I got my Amazon account to buy a strategy guide and have it... Because, like, when I was a kid, like, I didn't have a car, right? So, a lot of kids don't have cars. So I really learned to lean into getting things delivered to me. Because I'm like, why would I go to the store, like I would have to walk to the store, then buy the thing and walk home, when I can pay the postman to bring it to me? Alright. I'm sore. I'm also sore today. Oh, that's a great question. How is the bracket? I think it's decent. It's not an amazing bracket, but I should be able to get third, so it's pretty good. I consider third about my I consider that my I don't know how to put it into language. I consider third like about where I need to be. Like third, fourth, I consider like about where I should be. I mean, and that's only because the update improved bots, and because I have so many medals compared to most people that I have like a bot advantage. Like normally I would say I probably deserve 5th, 6th. But the bot advantage, I didn't even realize how much of an advantage I got from the bots. I'm not sad because, like, I know... See, the thing is, like, I don't get hung up on a single tournament. At least I don't try to. Because the reality is, sometimes you get lucky. First, second. Right? Like, I was obviously very lucky on these. And then I get 7th. And it's like, that's kind of like the pendulum of tournaments, right? Like, yeah, usually I get, like, 2nd to 3rd. Sometimes, you know, it just doesn't work out that way. And that's okay. You know, I try not to get too hung up on a single... I see way too many people get hung up on a single tournament that they didn't do well on. And it's like, it's a lottery by design. Yeah, okay, that's better. But, you know, I am getting concerned, Rubber, because I feel like... I know they talked about, like, tournaments are going to become more competitive. And I think that's going to move to an entirely lottery bracket-driven design. And I don't know how I feel about that. You know? I like it in the sense that... Yeah, and no two tournaments are the same. There used to be a time when, like... I would do well in every tournament except Armored. When Armored showed up, I would do so bad... It was like my by far worst performing tournament. It was the reason I invested in Chain Lightning, because I was like, my tournament, whenever it's Armored, is like an order of magnitude worse. Like, what do I do? And they're like, oh, well, you have to get your Chain Lightning up. And so I started investing in Chain Lightning only because of that. And that's why I had already spent some stones in quantity and chance. Like, outside of Armored, it was like, the rest of the tournaments were fine. Like, I think what it was is I was at the point where I was getting first place in Platinum, and then I couldn't do I couldn't do anything in Champions League. And this was before modules, and to be honest, I didn't really understand how modules kind of changed the game at first. So I was kind of behind the curve on modules. I was kind of like, you know... Well, first off, I didn't have a lot of gems, right? Like, a lot of people had been... Like, if you were smart, you were hoarding gems for the update. And at the time, I was like, well, I'll just keep, like, spending. I don't... You know, because at the time, I was just, like, doing it for fun, right? So I didn't want to hoard gems. And the reason I didn't want to hoard gems was because I was like, well... We don't need to hoard. Let's just see where, let's let the chips fall where they may, kind of thing, right? That was like my mentality, right? And so I got way behind. It wasn't that hoarding wasn't fun. It was that, like... Well, first off, I wasn't as plugged into the game, so I wasn't as concerned with being competitive, right? I didn't understand what modules were and what they were coming and what they would change because I wasn't, you know, I wasn't a champions. Hey, Gail, how you doing? I wasn't like a champion level player. So, I mean, I was just spending everything on labs because to me that was all I had, right? And at the time, everybody was yelling at me to go damage, and I'm like, guys, I can't go damage. I can, you know, I barely can do EHP, you know? And so I start, like, everybody was telling me in the comments, they're like, man, you have to go damage, you have to go damage. And I was like, okay, with what stones? And so I was like, slowly, I started doing all the damage research, because that's what I thought I needed to do. And so I... What were you so occupied on the computer with, Gail? That's a very interesting way to phrase that. We're all glad you made it, Gail. Gail, we do have some new rules, Gail, but you've always been so respectful. I know you won't disobey the new rules. Hey, New, how you doing? It's Orban time. Hey, Clouded! How's it going, man? Oh, really? New, you haven't broken the rules yet, but you could break. Anybody can. Like, is this going to become like a challenge? Have I just set rules down so that everybody is going to now try and push the boundaries and break them? Because then I just set myself up for even more trouble. I don't really want that. Oh, you know, shoot. One of the researches I need to do on Little Tower is, I just realized it. Shoot, I need to replace this one. I completely forgot that I need to do this. Do I have it favorited? I just realized now that I need to do it. I do have it favorited. Yeah, I need to actually get this. I need to get the Spotlight Missile for the same reason I did. No, sorry, we can't just ban everybody. That kind of takes the fun out of the game. I had to get Spotlight Missile. Well, I'm glad that usually Gale I was pretty good about, you know, doing. I have decidedly been a little temperamental recently. I attribute it because I'm like on a diet. You got a kitty? Oh, I'm sorry I missed your stream. I was trying to, I'll have to check it out later, Clouded. No. I don't have any, you know, I don't have any pets. Pets are expensive. I'm not really, you know, I know you are New. I was messing back. You know, I've had a difficult relationship with pets, in the sense that, like, as you know, I live by myself, right? So having pets is like already a challenge, right? Because there's only me, right? And actually, what I really the tower. I have, if we're counting towers, I have 6 pets, and that's not counting all the other games I have that are also my pet. Which is, yeah, I have a lot of pets like that. But for a while, what I really wanted was I wanted to get a robot as a pet. And I know that sounds weird, like, why would you want a pet robot? And it's like, because I like Futurama, okay? Like, you can make fun of me all you want for liking Futurama, but I like Futurama, and I thought, you know what, it'd be so cool, because, like, my robot pet, like, he's not gonna really die, or she. Be really cool if it was a she, too. You know, and that would be really cool, but, like, I looked into it, and they only have, like, pet dogs, and said, like, the technology just isn't there for me to have a robot pet. Which is kind of sad. Futurama was one of my favorite shows. The only thing I don't like about Futurama is, that Fry and Leela eventually got together. I really feel like they should have never gotten together, and, like, the whole thing was for Leela to always be, like, his kind of like white whale that he could never, you know, get. And when they got together, that sort of like, it didn't ruin the show for me, but I didn't like that they got together, you know. That might sound weird. I did. You saw me spend them in the episode, Gale. I actually don't have any houseplants. Yeah, well, the thing is, when a robot becomes my, becomes my maid, I don't really want to own it, okay? I don't want to own the robot that's my maid. That might, again, sound weird, but like a robot that's a maid, I do want robot maids, don't get me wrong, I do want those. But I see a robot maid as something that comes in, services my house, and then leaves, you know? I don't want it here all the time. I mean, I probably, you know what's sad is I don't know if I don't know who here has seen the movie Her. If you haven't seen the movie Her, it's kind of, I think, from 2013 or 2016. The movie's kind of old, so maybe you haven't seen it. Oh, you need to watch it, Sar. It is a little, kind of graphic at points, I guess. It is definitely, let me put it this way. The movie definitely earned its R rating, okay? That's probably the best way to say it. So if you can't see R-rated movies, you have to just think about seeing that movie when you're older. But yeah, I was so excited to see that movie because I was like, damn, I would love to have an AI girlfriend. Because she would never cheat on me, never betray me, right? Because I could just program it. And then I watched the movie and I was like, okay, never mind, I don't want that. Which, if you haven't seen the movie, well, you need to see it now. Really? It was only 12 plus? I mean, it's not like they... Really? 12 plus? I mean, I guess, but I feel like it's a bit much for a 12-year-old. That movie's kind of heavy for... you know what I think it is? They don't show any actual nudity, but some of the conversations are a little suggestive. Like, suggestive enough that I would recommend, you know, that you're an adult by the time you listen to them. I wouldn't really recommend it to somebody who was 12. I'm kind of surprised by that, but I mean, it makes sense, right? In the sense that, it's like one of those things, since it doesn't involve actual sex or actual nudity, it probably is more, you know, not as many people pick up on it. Or something. I am just shocked that it was rated 12 plus. Well. Oh, there, I got my 50th gem. Thank goodness. I'm a little behind on that mission, I feel like. My gem! And last time I did forget to buy buffs for some of these guys, so they didn't do as well. Oh, you know what, Little Tower? Did I buy anything for you? No. Well, now you get bought some. I can't believe it was rated 12 plus in Germany. That's... Wait, no, it didn't have any of that. It didn't have any of that. No. There was none of that in the movie. Clouded, unless I'm... Did I miss a scene in the movie? Because I've watched it like a lot. It really wasn't that. But there is obviously, what's the appropriate way to say this? There was no, like, are we talking about, there was no taking advantage in the movie unless I'm, like, really missing something. There was none of that. Like, there was no, I mean, Unless I'm really missing something in the movie that you're getting at it, Clouded, because I don't remember any of that. Because it was, but it is, the movie is sexually suggestive is probably how I would put it. And I would say it's probably sexually suggestive, where it, again, deserves an R rating for that, which would be 17 plus in the US. Though I was such a big kid, there was only one movie I ever got carded at, which was kind of funny. It was funny, we got carded at the movie, and then we went back the next day. Oh, you're thinking of Deus Ex Machina. You're thinking of Deus Ex Machina, which, yeah, that one is, you know, that's another movie that basically explained to me why I can't have a robot girlfriend. I'm almost positive you're thinking of Deus Ex Machina, which is a really good movie, by the way. If you haven't seen it, that's another really good one. So your daughter is gonna make him watch, what, American Pie? I don't know that he should be taking those kind of lessons with him to high school. Dude, I shouldn't even say it, no, but I forget what I forget what Grok's girl is called. Isn't it Annie? Like A-N-I? Oh shoot, there went one of them. One of them has dropped. Tower 3 is out. Damn, Tower 3, what happened? And yes, we need to get our free gift. Oh gosh, it's the Death Ray mission again. And the Energy Net mission. Alright, hold on. And who gets the net? Oh wait, I have 5 trillion I need to spend. Hold on. I can spend some of it. What are we spending on? How expensive are you, standard perk? I don't remember. Oh, you're billions. Okay, so that's fine. Nothing's that expensive. We can kind of drop some money. Sure, we'll get some more skips. Oh. Well, we'll just get the skips. We'll save the rest for later. Yeah, one of the things I really wish is I could, on my little towers, like, I could actually max Defense Absolute. It honestly annoys me that I can't do that. And obviously the reason I can't do that is because of how, you know, the stupid event mission is. High school, it depends, Gail. So... I'll say this, your grandson's experience in high school they are. They really are. So here's the thing about high school. Your grandson's experience in high school, again, assuming you're in America, will entirely depend on what kind of classes he goes to. Okay? And what I mean by that is if you go to the honors classes, yeah, but it's like, is he going into honors classes or is he going into regular classes? Because if he's going into regular classes, he will have a decidedly worse high school experience than if he goes to honors classes. And the reason being, the reason I know this so well is because I have a friend. You know, I at least have one friend, but I have a friend. And we went to the same high school, and I was in all the honors classes, and he was in all the regular classes. And he had an absolutely miserable experience and blamed public school for all these things. And, you know, he has a son now, and we were talking about his, you know, and I was talking to him about his son, and he was worried about his son going to public school. And I'm like, dude, I went to public school, everything was fine. The difference is you were in the regular classes, which has all the kids that just don't want to be there, right? They're the kids whose parents just aren't able to be invested in the school system, and they just need their kids to be somewhere else, you know, for the day, right? Whereas I went to through the honors classes, and you have all the kids whose parents are actually really invested in their education. There's a lot fewer behavioral issues because of that, and there's like a much higher standard of academic performance. So even though we went to the same high school, we had two entirely different experiences just based on the classes we're in. So if your you know, grandson is academically inclined, you need to make sure that he gets into the right classes. It is honestly, Clouded, what the biggest thing that I credit a lot of the behavioral issues to is the fact that we didn't provide, like my school when I went to school, it didn't provide free lunch and free breakfast. So I feel like because I feel like a lot of kids act up because they're hungry, because, you know, they're not being taken care of well at home, whether that's because of, whether that's because of poverty or whether that's because of a parenting thing. I don't really know, right? I'm not there in their homes. But I do feel like that if we want to make a better school experience for everybody, what we really need to do is focus on making things more equitable for everybody, right? So, like, it's one of those things. Exactly, Clouded, and I'm sure that negatively impacted your school, right? I didn't starve at school, but I do think there's something to be said that if the school serves breakfast, free breakfast and lunch for everybody, okay? It can't be only certain kids get it. It needs to be for everybody. I feel like as a society that has a huge benefit just for all of us, right? Like, there's been studies of how it just doing that, and you know where the study was done? It was done in Finland, because Finland has free breakfast and lunch for school. And then, of course, oh damn, you got kicked out for anger management? Damn, did Jack Nicholson kick your ass? And of course, everybody says, oh, it's because Finland is an ethnically homogeneous population. And I go, no, because they actually tested it with the children of immigrants to the country. And even children of immigrants did better with the free and the free lunch and breakfast, like noticeably better. And what Finland said when they revamped their education system, they said, our goal when we made our education system was not to make it. Yeah, I mean, just think, Clouded, if you had that at school, right? Like, if school provided you with free breakfast and lunch, right? I feel like if you didn't have any food at home, you would at least look forward to school for that, right? School wouldn't be like it was for probably you and I, just this kind of miserable experience of going to a building with a bunch of other people. Because you at least have something to look forward to, right? You'd have, okay, at least I know I'm getting breakfast. You know what I mean? And I feel like, having that kind of positive incentive for the kids, and I think it's also important that all the kids eat together. You know, all of them eat together. All of them eat the same food. There's none of this class divide where like the rich kids bring their own food or whatever, right? Everybody's eating together and they're eating the same food. Yeah, it's miserable. My parents didn't starve me, but like, I still think this is important, you know? Also, like I wouldn't say my parents starved me, but I was like a super picky eater, and this is where I attribute a lot of my problems with food are from, is because when there was something I really liked, I ate so much of it because I didn't know when I'd get something I liked again. And then, like, when it was something I didn't like, I just wouldn't eat a lot of it, and I would be hungry later. Because I was, like, that picky of an eater. And, like, that was not good, obviously. But yeah, but I mean, I just feel like it's really important to kind of, you know, at least in one system in the world, we can kind of at least softly eliminate those kind of like class barriers and kind of say you're all equal. You all eat together. You eat breakfast and lunch together. And to kind of like establish that, I think that's really important. Well, at least Tower 4 is going to get his demon mode off. You don't know how much I wish we just had, like, demon mode on death. Oh. I obviously, you know, the funny thing is, Clouded, everybody asks me, like, when I'm gonna have kids, and it's like, dude, like, how can you ask that question? You know? Yeah, I always found that so funny. Because it's like, you're asking me... Yeah, that'd be nice, too. It's like, you're asking me, when are you gonna build a house? But I don't even own any land. You know, there's like a series of steps that have to happen before that is a thing we can worry about. It always cracked me up how many people asked me about that. Because I'd always be like, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I do have the potential to have kids. But, I at least have the potential. Because honestly, my biggest thing is, when I was younger, I really didn't want to have kids. Because I have just seen... I've just seen, like, so many, like, relationships, right? Like, the wife has kids, it just completely destroys the relationship, right? Like, you know, I was always so hesitant because of that, right? Like, the kids just come in, it changes everything, right? And then all of a sudden, you know, the relationship is just, you know, gone, right? And I'm sure, like, that's an extreme example because you tend to get the most extreme examples, you know? But, that always made me super, like... It always made me, like, super cautious, because it was like, oh, man, I don't know if I want to do this. Because, you know, if things don't turn out, not only am I stuck with kids, I also get to lose my wife. That's like, you know, that's like a double whammy, you know? Oh, wait, did I spend my, no, I have 300 stones. Was I supposed to spend my stones? Rats. Okay, well let's check where our stones are supposed to go, because 300 is a lot for these guys. Oh yeah, I hope everybody has been enjoying the anniversary. I was so excited to see we got 2 module tickets, a whole 2 module tickets, and 30 medals, like not even an event mission's worth of medals. I just, like... I would love to have been a person in the meeting where they decided the rewards. Hey Aaron, how you doing? Now Aaron, I did DM you because we're going to have a little rule change, and I want you to be very aware of how the rules are changing, and, yeah. And honestly, if you don't obey the rules, Aaron, there will be consequences now, okay? It was kind of like to me, like asking about kids was kind of like, you know, that picture where it's like how to draw an owl, okay? And you first make the 2 ovals, and then the next step is then you draw the rest of the owl. I'm like, you know, guys, we're kind of skipping a lot of steps here. Also, I was really surprised, like, because what happened is I lost a lot of weight. I got in really good shape. I'm trying to get back in good shape again, obviously, and so I'd lost a lot of weight, I got in really good shape, and then everybody started asking me about, like, when I would have kids, and I'm like, what? Like, okay, guys. And I'll tell you something. Getting in shape and losing all this weight and doing all that did absolutely... The only thing it did for my dating life is make every other guy think I was, like, I must have been just, like, Pussy Slayer 9000. And I'll tell you guys a secret. I was not. It was just the funniest thing to me. Because everybody just assumed, like, all of a sudden I was going on all these dates. And I'm like, guys, it didn't, like, change my personality. The fundamental problem is my personality was still the same. Well, I mean, that's fine, Aaron, but again, you just again, you can ask once, you can ask twice. If you do what you did last stream where you keep trying to ask me things, and I say no, we're just going to time you out, Aaron. Okay? So you just kind of need to understand that, and if you misbehave, we're just going to time you out. And you're just going to have to learn the lesson the hard way, okay? As I told you in the DM, I don't mind you asking once or twice. That's totally fine. But if I say no, I'm not feeling it, okay? You just need to kind of respect that, okay? I don't want the stream to turn into like it did last time, where it became a power struggle kind of like between you and me, and I got really annoyed. And don't get me wrong, it is my fault for getting annoyed at you. Like, that is 100% my fault for... letting my emotions get the better. Gail, you've never done anything. Like, if I ask you not to do something, Gail, you generally almost always comply. So as long as I say, hey, like, let's change the topic or something like that, and you're like, okay, that's fine. Like, that's my whole thing. My whole thing was, I said no, Aaron kept asking, I explained where I was to humor him, and I felt like he just kept trying to push me to do Revolution. And then eventually I did Revolution Idol, which obviously is not setting a good example, right? And anyways, I don't know. We'll have to, you know, it's going to become like a penalty volcano, right? Because what'll happen is I assume it'll be a short timeout, like 5 minutes, right? And then if you continue to do the behavior after 5 minutes, it's going to have to become 10 minutes. And then 20 minutes. And then 40 minutes, and we'll just keep doubling it, right? Because, you know, the goal is we have a standard on the channel of how we're going to interact on the channel, how we're going to behave on the channel. And we should all try to, and this includes me, by the way, I'm not immune to these standards. You guys can call me out if I get angry and get a little aggressive. I know you have, Gail. And but we all need to respect each other and also kind of respect things on the street. That's what the goal is, okay? And I know that I am guilty too, because I'm the one that got irritated. Like, I should not have gotten irritated. I just should have said, no, we're not doing that. And I should have said, that's the end of it. And just, instead of, like, you know. Fine, we'll just add 10 minutes each time instead of multiplying it by 2. It won't be exponential, it'll be linear then, Aaron. Please, Aaron, don't take this as a challenge, because if you decide to take this as a challenge, I will just challenge you by banning you, okay? Like, this is not supposed to be a challenge to see how much can I irritate Zaerdin every stream, because that's just a ban. That's just going to be a ban. I mean, hopefully you don't want that. I'm not here to, like, want to ban people. Like, I honestly don't enjoy banning people. That's not something I enjoy. That's not something I want to do. What I really want to do is foster the ability for us to have a healthy discourse on things. And that, to me, is the important thing to do. Is for us to be able to have a healthy discourse in the channel. But it also has to be mutually respectful, right? Because if you don't respect me and respect what I'm saying, and respect what I'm saying in good faith, then we're not having a discussion. You're being an asshole. No, I understand that, Aaron. I'm just trying to be I'm trying to be very clear on what the expectations are, so we can all understand how to meet those expectations, okay? I forgot, now that everybody has Spotlight, I have to update the master sheet to unlock Spotlight. Because we might... Oh, I did unlock Spotlight. Really? Okay, I don't remember doing that. That's fine. Oh, maybe I unlocked Spotlight by just saying that I have the research, because that would kind of make sense. That would kind of make sense. Alright, now we have to figure out what stones. I really wish I knew what everybody's golden tower level was, because that would actually be kind of helpful right now. Let's see. You're at 250. You're at 250. Okay, everybody has a 250. So let's take a... Because I kind of need to kind of filter some of this stuff out. We are going to set it to 116, level 10. I haven't heard anything about the Spider-Man movie. What's going on with Spider-Man? I'm not I haven't been into I'm not up to date with movies, unfortunately. It's one of those things, I used to really watch a lot of movies, right? And then, like, I mean, this is gonna sound kind of weird, but once my brother died, like, my brother was who I watched movies with, like, I really just haven't really watched a whole lot of movies. Well, my brother died and I got rid of my car. And when I got rid of my car, it was really like going to a movie kind of just turned into being a hassle. And so I kind of stopped going to the movies. So I don't really know much about Spider-Man. The Spider-Man movie. I do watch the Marvel movies from time to time, but I catch them... I watch them Because what happens is I have Disney. I used to have Disney Plus. Now I guess I don't watch them anymore. So never mind. I don't have a way to watch it. Well, I have a way to watch them, but we're not gonna. We can't talk about the magic of how to watch movies when you don't subscribe to streaming services. Just know that there is a magical way to do that, and you know, we don't really need to say anything more than that. Okay, so the question is, do we have Death Wave quantity over here? No, we don't. Okay, so that needs to stay there. Alright, well that probably tells us a lot, because the first thing it tells us is everybody should get a bigger angel by 1. Everybody needs an angel that's a little bit wider, a little bit bigger, a little bit more loving. And then the next thing is getting the black hole duration to 41. Okay. Oh no, okay, we're all beyond 41. Okay. Oh, well, it wants me to get the spotlight quantity up, probably is the next thing, which nobody can do. You can do it. Alright, well, now we're saving up for spotlight quantity. That's fine. Alright, everybody can now go farm. You have spent your coins. Oh wait, let me do this. Hold on, stop. I always flip it off the ultimate weapon thing because I never want to spend my stones on accident. So it looks like we're saving up for Spotlight 2. So that's fine. We can save up for Spotlight 2. Wait, did I spend your coins? I did not. You have 7 trillion Tower 4, Virus's favorite tower. You are loaded. I do have to keep some coins in reserve, so we're gonna do that. Oh, wait, I have to change the cards. Oh, wait, I did change the cards, right? Yeah. Gotta get those cards. What new update? The tower? The tower doesn't have a new update yet. It won't be until, I think, August. Oh wait, what can I get beyond? Oh, it's black hole. Oh, I already got that black hole duration. Oh, okay, okay, Tower 6 is now saving up for Death Wave quantity. Okay, what was I gonna do? Oh, right, I have to spend my coins. Okay, I'm gonna get... Yeah, it's good. Oh, what have you heard about Android 17? I haven't heard anything about Android 17. So Aaron, there's a huge difference between making a mention of something with Revolution Idol and badgering me to play Revolution Idol. I don't mind if you mention Revolution Idol. Like, that was not what I was upset about. Like, if you mention there's an update, that's totally fine. That's not what I was angry about. What I was upset about, Aaron, was you basically badgered me to play the game last time. And I lost my temper with you when that happened. And I didn't really lose my temper, but I was obviously annoyed at that exchange. That's what I'm talking about. That's when the timeouts will happen. When you say, play Revolution Idol, and say, Aaron, hey, I'm not feeling it today. We're not going to play it today. And if you keep saying, no, play Revolution Idol, that's when the timeouts are going to happen. You mentioning that there's an update is totally fine. Oh, really? AI integration? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, a lot of people don't like AI. I'm obviously, I don't know how to say it. I'm not, let's not, you know what? I probably should have learned my lesson not to talk about AI after last time. No, actually, no, Gail. We haven't timed out anybody. There, you know, we haven't timed anyone out. I take that back, Gail. We banned one person, and the person we banned, it was because he came to the channel and he was asking people to give him their WhatsApp numbers. And, you know, that's just obviously, Gail, that's a scam. Like, and I'm not going to let people get scammed, obviously. So we just banned him straight up. It started out with him asking us to play his game, and I was, like, hesitant about that, because that's also a pretty common scam, right? Oh, well, no, that's really unfortunate. I'll have to, you know, I'm not familiar with what's going on in terms of that news, so I'm a little behind the curve there, so I guess I will kind of find out, like, a little bit later. Like, obviously, like, if it degrades usability, that's obviously, I think we can all say that's not a good thing, right? I saved this for you guys because I just like the idea of this happening during the stream. Look at me just light up all these free gifts. It also was funny to me that the free gift, right, that we got was 30 gems, and the weekly free gift for going to the store is 25. Like, I just don't understand the game sometimes, because it's like, do you guys, like, not understand your reward system? Oh no, I got overcharged. We completed. Okay, I gotta do the death ray mission. Okay, so let's see. We'll switch back to farm bots. Switch these back to bounty. No. I have started leveling up Scout, by the way, even though we don't have multi-spec, which is what I want to have Guardian multi-spec. Farm. So I know for at least the Being Annihilator is getting upgraded, and we've already seen what it is. It's going to increase the super crit chance by 10%. So that is actually a leak of one of the upgrades that we're going to get, so everybody should know that. Okay, I'll watch it later. I'm just not up to date on those kind of things, new. I don't even know what version of Android I have. I feel like my opinion on it is also new, a lot different than a lot of people's opinions. Is that because I see the technology is basically, in my opinion, it's an inevitability. Hey, Mohammed, how you doing? That's why I don't have as strong as a negative opinion about things as other people do. Because I'm just like, well, this is inevitable, this is just how it's going to be. And I feel like because I have worked with technology, and I've worked with AI, and I know a lot of people are critical of AI, but I've worked with enterprise level AI, and I see how strong it is. And because of how strong it is, I see it more as an inevitability. And because I see it as an inevitability, like there's no stopping it, I feel like I'm more accepting of it than most people. Yes, Aaron, the crux of my thing is you can't try and badger me to play Revolution Idol if I say no. That is basically, you can talk about that. Like, I don't care if you talk about the update. Like, if you talk about the update and like, hey, I'm really excited for this thing in Revolution Idol, that's totally fine. Oh, what kind of issues? Like issues is sort of such a broad thing. Yeah, the whole thing is you like if you say, "Hey, can you play Revolution Idol?" and I say, "No, Aaron, I'm not feeling it." That you shouldn't take that as a challenge to try to get me to play it, okay? That was why I got upset. It's because like I felt like you took that as like a personal challenge to get me to play it anyways. And I got irritated during that. And it was like, dude, this is just not what I want my stream to be about, okay? Like, it's supposed to be fun. We're supposed to be having a good time. And it shouldn't be like that. But, I mean, if you're like, hey, like, they added this new feature in Revolution, that's totally fine. That's not what I'm upset about. People talk about Idol Slayer in here. And I play Idol Slayer. And, like, you know, I'm not upset when things like that about Idol Slayer come up. That's totally fine. And again, I'm not trying to, like, rule everything with an iron fist because, you know, I understand that people have... You know, it's no different than if you came in here, Aaron, and you're like, man, I've been playing chess and I've been having so much fun playing chess. Like, that's fine. What do you mean, Muhammad? What comment? Like, you're allowed to have fun. Like, I'm not trying to be the fun police. I'm glad that everybody has misinterpreted this. I guess... I mean, so the thing is, most AI companies... Oh, Muhammad, like, there's just been a couple moments in, like, probably the last 2 weeks of the stream where I've let things get under my skin that I shouldn't have. I've been a little bit, negative when I shouldn't have. And, I don't really like that, that I've acted that way. But also that, you know, it's not entirely, like, it is ultimately my fault that it happened, right? But part of the fault is that I haven't enforced things more rigidly about, you know, how we're going to, this is wrong, actually. This is not what I want to do. How I haven't enforced things more rigidly about how we're going to conduct ourselves in here. The goal of that post was to just be like, obviously I'm ultimately at fault for my behavior. You know, it's like if you come in and you punch me in the face and then, okay, let's not go that hard. But like, let's say we're in public and you insult me and I start screaming at you, right? Like, yeah, you're not right for insulting me, but I'm also not right for yelling at you, right? Like, you know, there's a reason the whole thing is you're supposed to turn the other cheek and, you know that you're going to heaven and the other guy's not, and just walk away with that, right? Yes, Aaron, this applies to anybody where if I say no and they keep doing something and they disregard... Again, it's about respect, Aaron. It's about respect. If I say, no, I don't want to do this, and somebody else keeps trying to badger me into doing something, then yes, they're going to get timed out too. It's all about, like, the whole goal of this is it's about respect, and it's about respecting me and me respecting you. Respect is a two-way street, but that means, like, if you ask for something, I say, no, I don't feel like doing that, that you respect that answer and don't take that as a challenge to try to get me to do the thing I don't want to do. And that applies to you, Aaron. That applies to Gail. That applies to New. That applies to everybody. So that what that means, Aaron, is if somebody new came to the stream, you know, it applies to them too, right? And the thing is, I haven't really done timeouts or bans outside of the one time when that guy started asking for people's WhatsApp numbers, which to me, that totally crosses that is like a Rubicon that we will not allow to be crossed here, you know? Gail, this is not, please, Gail, do not take this as a challenge, okay, Gail? Also, how am I going to play Alexa Plus the game? It doesn't even have any, it doesn't exist. It's your imaginary game. Have you published the game, Gail? And this is the problem with setting up rules, because as soon as you set up rules, people like are going to try and find like, oh, how can I get around the rules? Okay, Gail, like it's going to, then Gail, if you haven't published the game, it's going to be really hard for me to play the game, isn't it? I mean, you can imagine me playing the game, Gail, and telling me how good I'm doing. Well, that's what stream's supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun, Mohammed. It's supposed to be fun. We're supposed to be all having fun, right? Like, that's what I want this stream to be. We're all here to have a good time, right? And so let's have a good time together, you know, not be antagonistic towards each other. That's the whole thing. But anyways, back to your point, Rubber, is, yeah, I agree that AI is gonna, a lot of AI companies are gonna go bankrupt. Absolutely. A lot of AI companies are gonna go bankrupt. And what's gonna happen, what I really foresee happening is we're gonna overbuild data centers. A lot of the data centers are gonna go, I have to do a mission, Gail. There's a mission in the event. It's this mission right here will kill enemies with Death Ray. And the thing is, tier 13 is the highest tier where you can just kill stuff with Death Ray and actually kill things, right? Like it doesn't require anything funny. So this is just like, this is the easiest way to complete that event mission. I sometimes can complete it other ways, but this has been, in my opinion, the kind of like the best way to complete it. Oh, that's the wrong one. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any control over the ads, really. I mean, sure, does YouTube give me permission to run ads, and I set it to the default permissions? But even if you don't have it set, YouTube puts ads on things. It is what it is. Yeah, I haven't been doing... You know, Gail, you didn't even ask today, did you? You usually ask, Gail. You didn't ask. I kind of started doing my lifetime coins in just the stream. I mean, it's fine, New, because you know it's a game on Alexa. So I don't even know how I would play the game on Alexa, because it's on Alexa like it's a voice app on your, on the, you know, Alexa. It's on the smart speaker. Yeah, I mean, I used to have ads on the other towers. It was really annoying. So, 18.83 sextillion. 7.8 quadrillion. 13.59 trillion. For Tower 3, which is Rocket Man's favorite tower. Tower 4, which is 16.4 trillion. Tower 5, which is 9 trillion. And finally, oh, wait. Tower 4, which is Virus's favorite tower, is 16 trillion. Tower 5, SAR's favorite tower, is 9 trillion. And of course, Tower 6, 17 trillion, New's favorite tower. That's fine. If she makes a simulator, I'm totally fine with playing, like, through a simulator. No, we need more trillion. Yeah, well, Tower 5 is really the one that needs the trillions, guys. Tower 5 is, needs some help. Hey, Dr. Trashbag, it's been a while, man. How you doing? Still taking out the trash? Rocket Man. I'm not talking down on Tower 5. Tower 5 is just gonna... Tower 5 is just gonna spring ahead now. Sorry, that's what's gonna happen. Nice! Oh, what? Rank 4 in gold? What? Wow. We got the mega gold bracket. Alright, so before I forget, let me turn Death Ray on here. Wait, are you Death Ray? Alright, I gotta fix this card over here too. Whoops. And then we come down here, we're gonna swap in net for demon mode for net. Hey Zine, how you doing? Give me 1 second here, Zine. I gotta get Tower 5 set up and farming. I need to just check what he's going to do according to effective paths for his stones. So just give me a minute to kind of sort him out. Okay, I think he was at Death Wave quantity, which is what it's looking like. 41 black hole duration. You know what? We're going to do it anyways. And then we'll come back to black hole duration. 5, 14, and 23. Okay. So I can at least set them where they all have... Give me just a second to get this set up. Because I have to kind of fix their IDS to kind of filter some things out. I didn't... Wait, let me see where his Golden Tower is so I can kind of make sure I have Golden Tower set correctly on the IDS. His Golden Tower bonus is at 55. Oh, wow, that's really low. Tower 5 had a difficult life. Okay, so 55 is next, which puts him at level 6. Everybody has Death Wave quantity 2 now, so I can set that to 2. And, okay, I can also set... The minimum for black hole duration is now 32 stones for the next one. Oh, wait. I have to make sure that that says next. Yep, I got it too high. Okay, so now I have a little bit better of a filter if I go look at econ for them. Okay, so because of that, he needs to work on his Golden Tower bonus, but we will be doing that later. Yeah, please like the stream, guys. It does help out a lot. No, Aaron, I haven't made any progress. We are looking at... Oh, I made 114 trillion. So, Tier 10 and Tier 9 are getting a lot more comparable now, Gale. So I did, finally. At least for one run. I don't have the run history yet on Little Tower. We'll get there eventually. Excuse me. So that's really interesting, because the Effective Paths is recommending that I do improved trade-off perks for all of them. Maybe I'll go ahead and switch from the perks to the trade-off perks for all of them. But, like, as we talked about last time, when everything got disconnected, I definitely need to make sure that we set them all up the same. So we will do improved trade-off perks. Improve trade-off perks. Improve trade-off perks. And you will do improved trade-off perks. So we're just gonna... So, hey, Alla, how you doing? The reason I don't have run history is it is a research, and I haven't done the research yet. I didn't complete a level yet, Gale, because remember... maybe you missed that in the stream because you were late. I need to start working on unlocking the Spotlight missiles, and the reason I need to do the Spotlight missiles is because of missions like this, right? Like this kill enemy with smart missile thing. If I had that, I could have completed it by now. Also, I guess we need to do this, so hold on. The nice thing is Little Tower doesn't need fodder for anything anymore, so I can just throw everything away. That also completes that event, and then we have to also do the Energy Net event here. Oh, okay. Hey, Mohammed, how you doing? So, the reason I haven't gotten it yet is because I'm just going to finish up lab speed, and then maybe I'll unlock it. The thing is, it's actually a really short lab, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's down to four hours, and like I would just rush this with gems. I don't get too interested in I'm not too interested in this right now. So it's one of those things that can just wait. Like, I have more interesting things, in my opinion, I need to be doing. Like the Spotlight. Oh, shoot. I should do that on everybody. Hold on. Well, I have been, I will say this. Oh, I don't want to change this. Damn it. Ah, shoot. I have to change this. God damn it. It is favorited. Hopefully it's obvious that I wanted to unlock that for the very obvious reason of just trying to get some of the kills for that mission. Might be a little too late this time, but maybe next time we'll be able to do it. I've been trying to get, like, some of these basic things done. And if you're wondering, well, how did you make so much progress? No, Mohammed, I guarantee you have already researched more lab stats, because it's more round stats that unlocks it, and most people have just done that research out of curiosity. But I just never did it on Little Tower, because I'm like, this is not a critical research for me. So, I mean, if you have it unlocked without having done the more round stats research, that would be a bug. But you probably have done that. You know, as far as I know, you've played the game probably a year longer than Little Tower. And with Little Tower, it just hasn't been a very high priority. Yeah, I should do it here too. Don't really like spending 300 gems for that, but we do need to get that unlocked for the tournament. I mean, not for the tournament, for the event. So, I guess, you know, there's a price to be paid for all these things in life. It has been kind of unfortunate that I've been spending a lot of researches just unlocking things to make the events easier. Also, I forget, have they talked about the update? Didn't they say an update's coming out? I don't remember. Let me check the news. Oh yeah, they're currently testing 28.3. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. And I want to make sure I talked about this I talked about this specifically in today's episode, but I also wanted to make sure to cover this here in stream. The fact that they are buffing modules, okay? I am almost positive that means we will get a banner at some point after V28.3. However, guys, what that means is the banner might not drop when we get the update. This happened before. No, it's fine. Like, again, my policy is not that we can't talk about things other than the tower. My policy is, if I say no, you need to respect when I say no. You have never been disrespectful. If I said, like, hey, I don't want to talk about Windows right now, you probably would be like, oh, okay, I'll ask you later. That's not the goal of the policy, to make people think, oh man, we can't talk about things now. No. The goal of the policy is, if you try to antagonize me about something where I say, no, I don't want to do that, and you're like, oh, but I really want to see it. No, I just really don't want to do it. Here's where I'm at, and it just hasn't been working out for me. And if you keep going, that's when there's, like, talking about Windows is fine. I actually, like, I enjoy hearing other people's opinions about things, because I don't always know your perspective on things. So I enjoy talking about things like that. So, like, you asking me about when you explain the thing, like, oh, I didn't like giving Microsoft my phone number, I was just like, oh, like, I had already done that because I wanted the ability to transfer my Windows licenses. Like, to me, it wasn't even a question. And I had given Microsoft my phone number because I was trying to cash in my Microsoft reward points. So, like, that didn't even register as a risk to me, because, like, I was already getting Amazon gift cards from Microsoft. Granted, I only got one, and it was for $20, but hey, the point is I got one. But anyways, like, the big thing I want to emphasize with you guys about V28.3. is do not spend your gems until we have a banner. Because if you remember last time, this is what happened. Oh, no, it's fine. Like, again, you haven't... Like, I don't mind talking about Windows. Like, that's fine. And again, I don't really mind... The thing is, I don't mind talking about things. Like, if you want to talk about Revolution Idol or something like that, that's okay. It's when I say, hey, you know, the stream is really about this. Let's focus on this. That should be your clue to say, oh, okay, I'm going a little bit too far, you know? And and sometimes I get off topic too, but that's obviously because there's like just not a lot of stuff going on sometimes. Yes, Gail, you can talk about Alexa Plus the game. But the big thing I want to really make sure you guys all understand is if V28.3 drops and we don't get a banner right away, don't go dump all your gems. Because last time what happened was we didn't get the banner right away. We got the event update, and the event update had the event shop with the relics for gems. Then the day after that, we got the lucky banner, okay? So this is why I'm trying to emphasize this so much to you guys, is that we need to be very, very, very careful when we spend our gems, because they're gonna ninja drop the banner on us. I have a bunch of them. You'll see in the next episode, Aaron. I have eggs. You'll see them in the next episode. But I just want everybody on that page, because I don't want anybody upset like, oh, they dropped the banner and I had already spent all my gems. Oh no, why would I do this? I just want, you know, everybody to be like very, very, very hyper aware of how things are. I don't want people to like, I don't want anybody to be like, oh, Zaerdin, you didn't warn me. I am warning you. I am warning you very firmly right now to save your gems. I probably should post something on the thing. I probably should post something on Reddit. Because, and we can have a discussion on whether, like, again, I don't think I don't think this is necessarily, like, good behavior on their terms, because I feel like they should say that the banner's coming out, right? Like, they should just say it. However, I also get tired of people, like, falling for the trap over and over again. I did! I'm warning you right now! You have at least 2 weeks or 3 weeks to save up, man! All right, I mean that's I'll keep that in mind. I haven't started the elements yet. I'm still trying to, like, I assume that my goal right now is to get to attack. I'm assuming my goal, Aaron, right now is to unlock minerals, right? And I'm not anywhere close to unlocking minerals, so like these concepts you're telling me about, like, they aren't it's not, like, relevant. Well, it's not, probably I should say it's not as relevant right now. Because I'm just, like, not, you know, I'm not there yet. Also, Idol Slayer with its weird refinement system has been very weird. Has anybody else, like, been doing the refinements in Idol Slayer? Because I've been doing my refinements, and man, that system is weird. It's a very different system. I'm actually extremely thankful that I was able to get all the gem upgrades for your bag, because with the way the refinements work, having the bag upgraded, that's like probably the #1 thing to have upgraded. Because it's like I'm trying to max out now. I'm trying to max out my pinchers, and I have 160 of the refined blades out of like the 497 I need. Obviously, I'm just going to try and max everything, right? Because that's how you play the game, right? You try to max everything out because you don't know what's going to come in the next update. Was that yeah to Idol Slayer Sar, or was that yeah to this is what I should be doing in Revolution Idol? And by the way, Aaron, I do have Revolution Idol running like constantly now. I basically am having it do a Unity every 15-ish seconds. And so that's what I've been doing right now to hopefully help facilitate things moving forward. Might not be the right thing, but it is the thing that I'm doing. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Especially with refinement, because your max bag size determines how big of a refinement you can do. And obviously my best ones are the bat wings and the slime, which I can do a 4-hour refinement with max material, which is really nice. So that one only has to happen every 4 hours. I started doing the pinchers to blades. I'm doing that one first because that one is like the smallest one is the pinchers that I can get, because it's a 100. It's a 12 something, and so I can only do 12 at a time. So I've been doing that. But yeah, that's a. Oh, and did you see I put Shelly? Shelly is our new little guardian here. I figured we'll get the turtle. Well, even before unlocking minerals, Aaron, I've left the game up 24/7. I haven't closed the game. I'd say I haven't closed the game since I started doing the Eternities, because you had to do so many Eternities. Like, once I got the Eternities automated, I just started automating the Eternities and let them, you know, hammer each other out. So, like, I just assumed it was the same way with everything else after that point. And that's why, like, again, that's why my complaint about the game is that the kind of the lack of automation. Because what I've found, and not only that, it's not just the lack of automation. It is the general inability of the game to have auto-selling and auto-sacrificing and work at the level of detail that I would want, right? Like, honestly, the only thing they would have to fix, in my opinion, and I guarantee you, this is the problem when the game has a store, right? The issue the game has is that for auto-sell or auto-sacrifice, obviously I would want it to always keep one inventory slot free so that you would get the thing, and then it would just auto-sell or auto-sacrifice that thing. Gold has not been, like, gold has been going up very slowly. Very slowly. But I just assume, like anything, it's just a grind. I don't have a hybrid. I haven't made the hybrid yet. I'm like, the whole problem is I'm not super interested. Oh, that's great. I really like that, Gale. I like offline quests. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Gems. Offline quests are like my favorite kind of quest, Gale. Because they just kind of happen. I have been upgrading the gold relics. They are actually maxed out, Aaron. I have maxed them out. The thing is, Aaron, I understand that where I'm at in the game, I have to switch back and forth between a speed spec and a score spec. And I don't, totally understand, like, I don't completely understand how all that works, right? But I understand that that's what I need to do, right? And I just, honestly, Aaron, I don't, like, I know you don't understand this because you really like the game. And it's just that seemed like the fact that there's no automation. Like, I'm not even talking about being able to macro it, okay? I'm talking about the fact that I can't even set up two different, I'm trying to think of the word here. Two different specs where I could just switch it with one button. That for me to switch between the specs, I have to drag the relics and change all 12 of them at the same, That's just not a fun thing to me. Like the game is, and again, I feel like the game is tedious because it has a store, and it wants you to kind of make the game less tedious by buying stuff from the store. And that's kind of how I feel like the end game it really is. Because you think about the early game, right? Like, I had buttons on the key. Like, sure, I had to do things. No, you're supposed to. I thought a score build was a full 12 red Zodiacs, like an actual score build. At least that's what I read. Anyways, but what I'm trying to say is, Aaron, like when in the early game, like I would hold down the B button, okay, and when I held down the B button, it bought everything automatically, and the game was very friendly with that level of automation, okay. And now where I'm at in the game doesn't seem that friendly with the automation, which is kind of making the game less fun to play. And either you can appreciate and understand that, or you don't understand that because you just really like playing the game and you don't see that as a negative. But to me, it's like, damn, this is really unnecessary. Yeah, I do. I did do all the achievements up to... I have completed every... I kind of... What I've been doing, Sar, is I use achievements kind of as my benchmark of what I should be doing, right? Because most of the time, the achievements are in an order of what you should do. And that's why I'm assuming my next step is I've done every achievement except get to attack 1000. And I've done every other achievement except get... to attack 1,337. Those are the two achievements I haven't done. Every other achievement up to that point I've done. So I have assumed that I'm not missing some obvious... And the thing is, I did notice when you get the thing is, you unlock the... The thing I want is the... I forget what it's called. Because I've seen it. I've seen it because there's an unlock after I get to Mineral Sar that specifically lets me make Zodiac specs. And I don't recall what it is, but it requires me to like refine a mineral or something like that. So it's sort of weird to me because that's something I need right now. And it doesn't come until after minerals. And and to be very honest, Sar, that's actually what pissed me off. Is when I saw that achievement to have multiple different Zodiac specs and it would automatically switch them, and that achievement was locked behind way further into the game than what I needed, that's really what pissed me off. That's really what made me mad, Sar. Like, I feel like that achievement is in the wrong spot. And that's part of what cheesed me off, is when I saw that achievement, I'm like, so wait a second. I can make Zodiac specs, but not until I refine a mineral? And I need different builds right now? Like, why are you doing... Like, when we got DTP, the dilation tree points, they didn't make me wait. Yeah, so, and part of it, too, was like, I was like, well, I'll just grind unities for now, because I can just grind unities and not worry about it. But it would be like SAR if they gave us the dilation tree points, or the dilation tree, and didn't give us the dilation tree specs, right? Because the whole reason I was able to do the dilation tree was because I even showed you, I uploaded I changed the wiki, because the wiki didn't have a copy button for the builds. I had the wiki, and I had, and this is one of the reasons I like AI so much, is I took the wiki, I copied and pasted it into AI, and I said, make it so we can copy the specs, make the specs small, and make it in a layout so I can easily go through them. And the AI took the terribly formatted wiki and made it into this super friendly, copy and pastable friendly thing that let me get through the dilation tree very quickly until I got a macro when I got strong enough to make it much easier. And like I was very proud of myself for. I was so proud of it that I shared it in the Discord. I don't know what that says about me, but I was very proud of my AI work. I think a lot of it too is I always go back to that quote by Orson Welles. I think it was Orson Welles. Wasn't it Orson Welles? Yeah, it was Orson Welles. Not the other guy. And he basically said, I don't want to wait for the tool. I want the tool to wait for me. No, it was not George Orwell. It was Orson Welles. Orson Welles did the films. And I always think of that quote, right? I don't want to wait for the tool. I want the tool to wait for me. I mean, yeah, they're obviously taking it too far because SAR has completed the game, as far as I know. I think SAR has completed the game. He's farming for the next update. And by farming for the next update, you just log in and collect your time flux in the daily thing, right, SAR? Okay, I have one quest left to do in Idol Slayer, and that is use Rage Mode 10 times, and we're at 6 out of 10. Yeah, because basically the goal now is to just build up as much time flux as possible between updates. Honestly, the game speed thing is insane. Oh, you're replaying it? Wow. See, that's one of those things I could never do, because I could never replay a game like this. I would just, like, keep wanting to push my account to have, like, gazillions of unities and stuff like that. I mean, obviously, there's a point where you just want to farm time flux, right? Because you want to have a bunch of time flux for the update in case you need it. Excuse me, I am very burpy today. You have 6 days? Wow, that's a lot of time flux. My cap isn't even up to 6 days yet. Yeah, I gotta go get food in a second. I am going to go ahead and start getting ready for this tour. It could be Gale, but the thing is, unfortunately, Gale, like I told you earlier, I don't have the run history on him, so I don't know. At one point, Gale, I wanted to do a recording of the game and have it record every specific interval of time. Like instead of actually recording the game like it's 60 FPS, I wanted to do something like take a screenshot and make it into a video like once every 5 seconds or something like that. Not 5 seconds, 5 minutes. To have like I don't really know the word for that. I have 0. Yeah, I kind of figured it was an endgame thing, Aaron. That was kind of the joke where I was going with that. Alright, guys, but I do need to obviously get to the store and get something for dinner and all that kind of stuff. But, once again, guys, as always, thank you for... Oh, wait, Little Tower's not done. I'm just gonna keep going. Oh, I can't keep going. Little Tower, like, you need to finish up. Come on, wrap it up, Little Tower. Oh, he's almost dead. Hold on, we're gonna try and see if we can get to the end of Little Tower here. Oh, imagine that. That was very good timing, Little Tower. Almost on cue. So once again, guys, as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. And if you have any questions, feel free to say something in the comments. I do always look forward to your questions. And as always, thank you again, and I hope you have a great day. Good night, everybody, and happy farming.